Hi, in this video I will show you how to put together this gear gift box, which is a free SVG from Simply Crafty SVGs. So here are the pieces to the box. So we just have these three little pieces for the gears, the little top panel, the lid, and the box. So we'll go ahead and do the box first, and we'll do the box and lid. So we go ahead, and I printed this out. I used digital paper to find this pattern and printed it out on just plain white smooth cardstock. So I use Nina. So we'll just go ahead and put the box together. That's a really short box. So we're going to go ahead and add glue to this side tab here. I'm just going to line this edge up to the tab fold, so make sure you can see that fold fairly well. I mean, if you need to fold it, that helps. You just want to kind of go up to the fold, not over it. I'm going to fold this over. And it's simple to just go ahead and add glue to this other tab and just fold this over on it. Just make sure you line it up on the top. It should fall right into place. I decided on this one that I wouldn't use panels in the box. I'd rather just have a bigger lid, just have a cute little small box. So if you do want to put something a little bit heavier, you can always put these on the bottom if you don't mind seeing the tabs, or you can put them on the inside. So I'm going to show you how to do it on the inside. So just go ahead and add glue to these three tabs, and then we'll just fold it over and just line the edges up. Make sure it goes on correctly. So if you do like our freebies, I always ask if you give me a little thumbs up on the video and or subscribe to our channel. And if you hit that little notification bell to the right, you'll be notified when there's new videos like these freebies and our tutorials and other projects. So we'll go ahead and fold this down. I'm just lining it up from the sides there. And then I'm just going to rub it lightly just to get it stuck there, so I can flip it over and apply pressure on the inside. And then for the lid, I'll just make sure that's good and stuck. So this is not really heavy duty paper, but it's a decent box. So it depends on how thick you want your box to be. So let's go ahead and we'll just put this panel on. We'll put the gears on after. So we'll just go ahead. It's just easier to do it flat, and we don't want to put the gears on because it's going to get kind of bumpy, because I'm going to put a brad in the middle of it. So just be careful about placement of glue. And just start, I'm just going to eyeball it to center it. Kind of lightly let it fall down. I had a little wiggle room because I didn't put the glue too close to the edges in the middle. Then let's go ahead and glue these tabs. So make sure it's all folded well on like this, and the tabs are folded. Usually when I do these kind of boxes, I mean, they're pretty simple, right? If you've done any boxes before, I kind of flip it under, line up this edge to the fold there. Oops. And once I get it lined up, just using my finger to make sure it's lined up on the edge. I usually kind of hold this in place Then I move on to the next tab. So it's up to you how you want to do that. It really doesn't take that long to wait for a tab to dry. Just a matter of how many you do at once. Or I guess how quickly you want to get something done. And this box is the actual box size itself. It's like if you want to know exactly, 3.18 by 3.18, and then the lid is 3.25 by 3.25. So just a square box, except for the fact it's only 2 inches deep. So it's not going to hold a gift card. I mean, at an angle it might, but you could probably put it at an angle if that's what you want to use it for. Or you can make it slightly bigger. We do have a video on how to resize our files in some of the most popular software like Cricut Design Space and Silhouette Studio. So the basics is just make sure you select everything and resize it all at once. So just make sure those are good and dry and lined up properly. I said this is not really this is one of the simplest boxes to do, but I do like boxes with lids. They're nice. So I'm just going around making sure they're all glued nicely. So this is what it'll look like. So from the side it's a little bit decorative, so you don't have to do a whole lot to it. Then let's go ahead and layer these and put those out of so it doesn't cause any problems with our focusing, really. So I'm going to put this on here, but this goes on the top as well, that little piece right there. So I'm just going to add a little glue to the back of this. You kind of want to spread it around kind of thinly, just so you can get it in place without getting any glue on that metal paper. And if you do, this is a little damp paper towel. Just clean that away. Then I'm just going to attach this with the brad. Like that. And then I'll open it up on the other side. If you've watched my videos before, there's a couple things I like in my stash, and I have a lot of. One of them is embossing folders, which I try to use them as much as I can, but I don't always make things that will work with the embossing folders because you have to have panels or something like that. And the other thing I really like are brads, so I have a lot of brads. So I try to incorporate them when I can because I really like dimension. So we'll just go ahead and glue this to the top of the lid. And essentially this finishes off the basics of the box. So it should fit perfectly in that circle. So just get it lined up. Make sure you have it the way you want before you put it down, because I got a little glue there on my fingertip. So this is just slightly damp. So once I get it in place, just so I don't get glue everywhere, I'm just going to kind of do that for a minute, but not much because I have that brad there. It's better just to make sure your fingertips are clean so you can add pressure. And the nice part is you can, I can just do it with my hands underneath there. I just wanted to make sure you could like move it around too. So it's kind of fun. You don't have to put something in the middle, but you can always put something like an enamel dot or something like that. And I do want to add little, they're not gems, they're considered gems, but these little guys, See if I can pick one up here to show you. Right here. I'm just going to put those there. So they're supposed to be heat. Oh, I forget what they're called. I had the name right before the video, but I forgot. But basically they heat set, that's what they are. But I don't like to use a heat set tool personally. So I tend to just put a dot of glue and then put them down. So this glue, this art glitter glue that I'm using, dries clear, so if it kind of leaks a little bit, it's okay. These ones, there's ones like this everywhere, but these ones in particular are from really old ones I got, which are from iRock tool, which is a heat tool that they marketed to scrapbooking industry. I didn't realize it was a big thing otherwise, but you know, there's other better ones I think out there. So one's gone bad on me, and another one doesn't work very well, so I don't use them anymore. I just glue them on. So that completes the box. Nice masculine looking box, and if you don't have to make it masculine. If you took off this top piece, like for example, a good idea for a use of this is to use it for maybe for Christmas, and you could just take the gears off and put maybe a little Christmas saying or a wreath or something like that. So you can do other things, and you could decorate the side too, put some maybe some gemstones here that way. So there's other things you can do with this little free file. So again, if you did like this project, please give me a thumbs up, and I thank you so much for watching.